Well, the month of May is National Osteoporosis Month. It's very important that we talk about strong bone health. It helps us in terms of longevity. Here to talk more about that is diet nutrition expert Dr. Beth Kitchin. Good to see you this morning.
It's good to see you too, Mike.
Yeah, a lot of health complications can actually start as we get older if we have an unfortunate accident and we suffer a bone break and maybe a situation they can't do surgery. That could cause some really serious health problems.
Right. Yes, Mike. And in full disclosure, I want everybody to know that I have osteoporosis. So I'm doing all of these things to prevent broken bones in the future. And let's answer the question, what is osteoporosis? Most people kind of have a sense of what it means. It simply means weak bones. The bones are losing their strength. And one of the things that's very important that people understand is you don't feel osteoporosis. Again, you don't feel your bones weakening. The problem is the outcome of the weak bones, which is potentially a broken bone. Broken bones are debilitating. They can have you end up in a nursing home. They can also increase your risk of death, surprisingly.
Yeah.
So it's really important that we take care of our bones and do what we need to do.
Yeah, especially as we get older, because I know situations where somebody's been older and they have COPD and other issues where they can't go under anesthesia, broke a hip, can't have it repaired, and that's where the decline happens. There are some things we can control, and there are some things we can't. Let's first talk about the things that really we have no control over this condition happening.
We're going to talk about these risk factors that we don't have any control over. One of them is age. As we get older, the bones do start to weaken. When we're little kids, our bones are getting stronger and stronger, denser and denser. They're in a very active phase of bone building. But as we get into our 40s and 50s and 60s, that kind of shifts. We're not really making our bones stronger. And then also those bone cells kind of shift around and we start to actually lose bone strength. So age is a huge risk factor.
So are there some other factors too?
Yes, the next risk factor is simply being a woman puts you at greater risk of osteoporosis. Women often get osteoporosis, like me, in their 50s and 60s. But I want to really strongly, strongly urge men to be aware of bone health as well, because men do get osteoporosis. They just tend to get it a little bit later, and they often get ignored because they're men and people think, oh, they can't have osteoporosis. Oh, yes, they can. It just tends to happen a little bit later after the women's age range.
All right, I'm hearing in my ear the clock's running. So let's talk about some risk factors, that we can control.
Okay, so risk factors that we can control are diets, getting enough calcium and vitamin D, and just eating a healthy diet, very, very important. Exercise. Our bones thrive on a little bit of stress. So when you go out doing weight-bearing exercise, like walking where your weight is resting on your body, treadmill, Stairmaster, all of those kinds of exercises are stimulating to the bones and helps to keep them stronger. They also help you maintain your balance, which is very important for fall prevention.
Smoking's always bad, but then indulging in adult beverages, right?
Alcohol. Yeah, smoking and excessive alcohol intake are two biggies for your bone health as well. Then also, one of the things that's important is excessive weight loss. When people lose a whole lot of weight, that lessens the stress on the bones, which sounds good, but it's actually not, because the bones respond with becoming weaker. So all of these things we'll be talking a lot more about in the coming weeks. We'll talk about women in menopause, and we'll talk about genetics and all of those other kinds of things.
All right, it's very important. All right, thank you very much, diet nutrition expert Dr. Beth Kitchin. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.